Happy New Day. Happy amazing day. This is the greatest day of your life. This is the day that the universe has made. Let us rejoice and be glad there is in it. This is the day that the Most High has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Most High. It's an amazing space to be in. This is a joyous day. You wake up with gratitude, excited about this. You answered the call. You answered the call and you opened up your eyes and you said, put me in the game, coach, put me in. And so I am so grateful and full of gratitude that we are all here on this amazing day. It's not about yesterday. It's what counts is what's happening today. This day, I decide that I am going to allow myself to walk in my divine purpose today because this is the best day of my life. This is the best day of my life. And I get to choose what it is that I desire to create in this reality. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I am love and I give love. I receive love, I feel love, and I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my God. One truth, one law. I am, I create. I'm a soul in a human body, having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I'm whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This is one of the best days of your life. I can feel that. This is the best day of my life. I'm so excited about having this opportunity to be here. I'm so excited about my eyes opening today. I'm excited about being able to say thank you. I'm excited about being able to, get up with gratitude and say, I'm still here. I'm still here. That means I got 24 hours to create that reality, to use my energy and be conscious of how I am directing my energy, because this is the best day of your life. I'm not allowing anything what happened yesterday. If it wasn't what I wanted to happen yesterday, I'm not even allowing that to be able to, to predict my day today, because I've already set the intent of what it is that I want to experience today. And today, I want to experience joy. I am joy. I am peace. I am happiness. I am wholeness. I am love. And that's what I'm walking in today. I'm connecting with those that are on the same frequency that I am, and those that have the same divine desire, divine purpose that I desire. Those that are knowing that they are creators of their own reality, and they know that they are deliberate creators, and they know that the power of the tongue, or what they speak out of their mouth, creates their reality. And so that is what I'm choosing to walk in love today. I'm choosing to walk in love today. That's the topic. I'm choosing to walk in love today. And, get your tea, get your coffee, get your it's coffee, smoothies, get that, and join me today in this early rise as we connect together in wholeness. Wholeness, wholeness, wholeness. Always acknowledge our team and energies: Galactic Council, Galactic Federation, Galactic Star Nation, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors of the Higher Realm, Animal Totem, Ascended Masters, Mother, Father, Prime Creator. We acknowledge them today, and all our team and energies that are assisting us right now in this present moment. We acknowledge them We always acknowledge the sun, the moon, the stars, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ethers that are all assisting us right now. That's in our body. Everything is in alignment. Everything is alignment. We had an eclipse. Everything is aligned in alignment for us. And so we're just grateful and excited that we have this, this time this sacred space that we set up together. We have this sacred space to connect with each other. And this is a family early rise meeting. I love that because we are wholeness and we are collective consciousness. And so we are wholeness. And so we are part of the collective. And so we're meeting together. And so I'm Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutri Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and at the Walu Tribe. That's who I am. And I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about, life. I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to be this light, to be able to be joy, to experience my happiness and to share my happiness with those that are on the same frequency that I am. And so again, this is the best day of your life. It is what you choose it to be. And actually, it's what you speak it to be, because your tongue has such great power that it can create, it can create your reality in a positive way, or it can create your reality in a negative way. So it's really up to you of what you're choosing, how you're choosing to create your reality. There's so many things about this vehicle that you're in, because you are energy, frequency, and vibration, which, it offers that it creates your experience, or this experience that you are actually having. So walk with me today, even though we have on our blue, and today is Moon Day, Monday, and we're still talking about the female Messiah, and we're talking about the daughter, which Monday is the daughter, which is the left leg, and her tools are the sword and the veil, and the colors are blue. And so we're just going to tie in all of that in there to understand that they're significant in your life journey, that as the body of the Messiah, that you have the power to create. You are a creator. You are the creator of your reality. You have the power to create, or you are the power to create. You are the one that creates your reality. And so we still be coming from the Proverbs of the Messiah. We're still coming from that. But one of the key verses that we are going to share about is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. And it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. In other words, let's read it again. So Proverbs, you can check that out later for those that are just laying there listening. And I love y'all listening to me. It is early rise. Proverbs 18, chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So, in other words, the power of the tongue. Many of us, we're going through this earth school, in that, we were programmed to learn how to speak and how to say words. And so from the words and from the program that we were programmed to speak, it created our reality. And so it is creating our reality, because words are energy, and words are power, and words offer vibration. So all three of those, they create your reality. Because remember, in the beginning was the Word. The Word became flesh and dwelt among men. So the spoken word, the words is everything. The words is energy, frequency, and vibration. And God, our source, is energy, frequency, and vibration. And so you are energy, frequency, and vibration, which means this is not written in your law that where it says ye are God. So you are energy, frequency, or vibration, which means you are God. You are source. You are source energy. You are the word that's flesh. You are the word that's in human form. That is you. Happy New Day, Charity. And you are. And so we are. So in our experience, this is how we have the power to create. And so remember, thoughts become things and things become a reality. So whatever we are thinking, so those words that we are thinking, and my guides were saying that we are the one that gives the energy to it, because we are energy, we are frequency, and we are vibration. We're the one that connects things together to make things function in our reality. So we're what gives it the juice. We're the one that gives the juice, just like the car that you drive. It doesn't go unless it has gas. And so really, we're the one that makes everything in our life function. It is all because of us, because we are energy. And we are co-creators of our reality, which means source and us are having this experience. Because source, and it says in there, I am my Father one. So source, which is source where all things come from. Everything that exists comes from source. And source, well, you say source. Let's talk about source a little bit. So source is that what makes the sky shine? What makes the raindrops? What makes the ocean move the way it is? Or what makes the ocean exist? There's a source that all these come from. So I'm talking about that source where all life comes from. That source that you exist from. That source is within us. And so that source that's within us is having that experience, because source will not lessen itself to have the human experience. So it's having that experience through us. And so God, you, which is us, God is the experience. So source and us are wholeness. And so wholeness, which is source, we're having this experience. And so if I say wholeness, if we would look at the picture, or we would look at a circle and the dot, or we would say, let's say there's 747, 24/7, 361 degrees, we would say that the dot, that everything exists around you. Since we are the dot that's in the middle, everything is existing all around us. So everything, we're the dot, which means we're the one that creating our experience, because everything around us is, we are thinking, we have thought, we are experiencing that, because the dot represents us, the dot represents the beginning, the dot represents the wholeness. And so we are what completes everything in our life. And so there is not an outside source. The source is inside of you. So everything that you are experiencing in your world is really on the inside. And so the reflection of what's inside is the reflection I hear. And so you see many are at peace walking around here, because the peace, or the reflection of peace, is inside of them. So it is being displayed out there. So it's a mirror reflection. And so if you see one that's unhappy, confused, that are always murmuring and complaining, that doesn't have a negative, doesn't have a positive word to say about anything, you already know what type of fruit is coming from their tree, because you already know what fruit is on their tree, or what fruit they are bearing, because of the energy that is flowing from within them. And so the tree is known by its fruit that it bears, because it says, death and life is in the power of the tongue. So when you speak positive words, affirmation, that is life. And so because of what you are speaking, that's the fruit that you're going to bear. But if you are speaking negative words, and that's the fruit that you're gonna bear. That's the fruit that you're gonna eat up your whole life. And so my guys were saying, as I'm driving in, this is why we're on this topic, because this is what we were talking about while I was driving, about how quite oftentimes we are not conscious of words that we speak in the atmosphere. We're not conscious of those words. We actually think those words are just words, You can be saying words, or you can be thinking things, and we think that it's really, it doesn't have an effect in the atmosphere. It has an effect on you, because those words that you are speaking, whether they are positive or negative, they are creating your reality. They are a part of your experience. They are a part of your reality. So those words have the power to shape things into your present moment. They have that power to shape things in your present reality. And so as we're driving in, and what we were talking about is that many are focusing on not really being conscious of what they're saying out of their mouth. And so one of the things that was being shared with me was that how we are only focusing on, let me word it how it came to me, was how much value of what you assume that someone has offended you, that you hold on to that, and that person leaves this reality, and you never got the opportunity to ask that person to forgive you. I just want to think about that, because many of us have that experience that we hold on things that really have no value in life, that an individual might have said, and you hold on those things, resentment, or you hold on how they might have, and see how they might have made you feel. Number one, no one should have that power over you to make you feel any type of way anyway, when you are creator of your reality. And so really, it's really a mirror reflection of what you assume someone is making you feel. It's a reflection that is shining off of them, that you're seeing yourself or how you actually feel. But back to what I'm saying is that your experience, so we're in Earth School, and so we're examining that to really understand that, was it that serious? Was it that serious of what they said, that it may, or that I'm holding a grudge against someone that may have spoke something that I wasn't in agreement with that. And so you saw that person, but you didn't see that person at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, they were no longer in this world. And so remember, life and death, death and life is in the power of the tongue. We must understand, and my guys were sharing me, that even when you go to like these fast food places, and those that go to fast food places and they might have messed up on your order and stuff, instead of you like, okay, oh, might have been that mistake, I can go back, or I can call them, let them know they messed up on my order. But no, this is Earth School. And so we got to master this. Oh, we are already mastering this, because we're not lacking anything, and I'm not teaching you anything. Everything that I'm sharing with you, you already know that your words are power, that your words create, that your words have already designed your reality that you are experiencing now. So I'm not sharing anything with you that you don't already know, that the words that you speak are very powerful. They are like the sword, and they are like the veil as the daughter. That's what they are. So as you are speaking, as you have the power to cut away things in your life that no longer serve you. So words and things that no longer serve you, and how you react to the very words that you say, that you have been speaking, or how you have been responding, or how you have been offering that vibration in your reality, because the subconscious mind doesn't know that you don't want those things to happen, that you are speaking against someone in your life, or someone that you have had a disagreement with. The subconscious mind doesn't know that you don't want those things carried out. And so your words are so powerful, and that they carry those things out. So your words are still floating in the atmosphere. And so until you really create a whole new system, that where those words are deleted, that they will not accomplish what you want it to carry out. And so many of us are walking in this life, walking this path as if it is a light thing. Remember, you are creators, and everything about you creates. So what you are creating has great value. So you are creating your heaven on earth. And so when you are speaking, and that my guys are bringing that when we're speaking, is that we're going to use this as well as nations. And so many of us hold so many grudges against nations that even though we wasn't there, but we hold grudges against nations, and we say they did this to our forefathers, our ancestors. They did this against our ancestors, so therefore we hate the people. We hate them because they did this to our ancestors, and therefore, you don't like being in the room with someone, and all of a sudden, you're thinking all these angry words against someone that has never done anything to you. And they may look a different shade than you do, but they never done anything to you. But yet you holding the grudge, and you are creating a cycle that keeps going on and on and on. You creating a pattern from the very thoughts, from the very the vibration that you're off, and the subconscious mind is creating answering your request. And so it's just like the genie, and the genie says, your wish is my command. So that is what's happening. So when we keep holding on, because my guys are saying that's the pattern or the cycle that's been happening within our humanity's life, because they've been programmed how to hate. And because they've been programmed how to hate, they've been programmed how to speak negative words also. And because we've been programmed to be able to do that, we create that reality. And so that cycle keeps going over and around and around and around. But now you answered the call. You answered the call, Starseed, Lightworker, Indigo Child. You answered that call. You answered the call, ancestors of the present moment. Now you answered that call. You picked up the phone to understand that you have the power within you to create a whole new reality, to create a whole new system, to change things into this present moment the way that you would like to see humanity to have a better life or have a better experience within their own reality. You have that power within you. That's God, creator, source energy in the human form that you do. Oh, I love that. And so, so in this now present moment, as we were talking about, I think I need to slow down a little bit. In this present moment is that we have that power. We are that power that we speak love and light and allowing ourselves to change, because we have the power to change. I have a dream. I have a dream. You have a dream. We have a dream. And that dream is that we wake up every day to be the difference. We wake up every day to be the change. We wake up every day and say, I'm the change today. I'm the change that I want to see out there. I'm the change. I'm the difference that I want to experience in my business, on my job. I'm the difference. I'm the difference. Because when I see myself that way, I'm experiencing that. I'm not waking up with what someone might have done, or they might not have done things the way I wanted to have been done in the classroom. So I'm not waking up with that, because every day is a new beginning. It's a new opportunity for me to be the light, for my light to shine. And that's what I wake up every day to, purposely to shine the light, to be the light, to make a difference. And that's what I do. And every day it's a great opportunity to be that, to do that, to smile, to give a hug, to, because we encounter a lot of energy, and it is our journey. I say our journey that we have as the messiahs, leader, savior of a particular group with a cause, and one that prepares for war. But the thing is, this is the kicker. Here's the kicker right here. The war is not out there. See, the war is not between the daughter. The war is not between the sister. And the war is not between the widow. And the war is not between the wife. And the war is not between the mother. The war is actually in the mind. The battlefield is in the mind. And so having and learning, and how you don't need to learn it, you already know how to use the weapons that you have to defeat the Goliath, because the Goliath is in the mind. That's where in scripture it's like we've been actually see physical being, but that battle is in the mind. So the giant, because those giants that have been trying to defeat David, or the Hebrews, I'm just using that as an example, the tribes, but that battle is in the mind. That's why you have the crystals. You already have the stones to defeat any Goliath that comes in your space, in your reality. You have those crystals to defeat the Goliath. And so the Goliaths are those, Goliath is those negative thoughts about anyone in your life that you may not even like. Just keeping it real with you. Or anyone that comes in your presence that may be the one that cut you off on the street. You know, while you're driving, a person jumps in front of you and you got the finger up and you blah, 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 blah. But, you know, you have the power to speak life. You know, this is where, you know, it's real. It's real. It's the real, still speaking. You have that, it's that real experience in life that you are master of your reality. Is that you are aware of the giants that's trying to get you to create a reality for it. You are aware of the giants. You are aware, let's say you are aware of your lesson and experiences, because that's where I see it. It's not that you are unconscious. You already had that part of that. That's when you was in the matrix. When you were in the matrix, you was the iRobot. Go here, go there, do this. Go here, do that, do this. Do this, go here, do that. That was the iRobot. But remember, Sonny, even though Sonny was a robot, Sonny said that he was different. He said, I look like them. I may look like them, but guess what? I'm not them. He said, He said, my father made me different. And so when they were accusing Sonny because his father asked him to do something, he made me do. He said, he made me do this. He made me promise to do this and that, you know. And they had opened him up and saw that he had something inside of him that was totally different than what the other robots had. And that's us. We have this infinite intelligence, this uniqueness of source within us that's not like everybody else, which means that we don't function like everybody else. We don't think like everybody else. We are creators, that we are woke creators. We are deliberate creators. We are deliberately creating our experience, our heaven on earth, our journey. We're deliberately going around here to purposely speaking words of life, words of abundance. We are deliberately reprogramming our subconscious mind. We are deliberately doing it. We are deliberately speaking life. That's what we rise up every day. We are deliberately reprogramming our subconscious mind. And that is understanding that no one is doing anything to us. Though it seems that way. See, we're Earth School, and we are understanding that we have the power to create our reality. And that we even have the power to get well. But understanding that everything that we are, or say every experience or every weapon we already have inside of us. Everything is inside of us. So we're not without anything. Nothing's outside of us. The experience is in here. And so it's being displayed, or the reflection of it out here. And so it's sort of like we talked about the soul in the computer. But not everything that's uploaded in the computer is something negative. You know, you have to look at it both ways. There are positive things that's uploaded in the computer, and there have been negative things uploaded in the computer. It is up to you to choose and to understand, to examine everything in your life. It's up to you to examine your life, not someone else examine your life. You examine your own life. You are Messiah. You examine your own life. You are Lamel. You examine your own experience. You are creator. You are source energy. It is all you. He who can master his mind can master his reality. He can rewrite the program. He who masters his mind can master his reality. He can rewrite his program. When you master the mind, it's that you refuse to accept any negative thought that's floating through your mind. You know, And that battle is not out there. That battle is in there, because that's what the computer is. That's where all the program has taken. What up here controls all the every other part of the vehicle. It's just like the car. The engine controls everything in the car. You know, the engine, if it doesn't run, if it doesn't give juice to the computer and stuff inside of the other electronic things inside the car, then that car is not going to function. It's the same way with you. So whatever is going on inside your computer is going to have an effect on the whole entire body. So whatever thoughts that you have inside your mind is going to affect the whole entire system, your whole entire system. So which means that the cells in your body are responding from the vibration that you are giving off. The cells in your body are responding. So whatever thoughts that you're having in your head, the cells in your body are responding to that. So if you feel that you're less and that you're no good, that you would never amount to any good, guess what? The cells in your body, they are always listening. And so since the cells in your body are always listening, they are responding because they are you. Ashe. Yeah. So just walk with me for a few more minutes, as we are wholeness and loving that. And still, for those that are still, I'm hearing that the African American Day Parade, September the 21st, don't forget about that. And that connect. I'm on the one where I don't have the email on there, the Walu's email, that you can still go back and look at my other podcast, and it has it down there. If you're interested in still marching with us, then connect with the Walu. The email is on one of the other pods, or maybe when I get off, I can upload it on there. Not only that, I'm saying this while it's in my head, that in my mind while I'm thinking of it, that the Walu's website, we have a website up as well, and it is on the Walu's Facebook page, so you can see the Walu's website and see where we are and how we are really flourishing, how we are really expanding the fruit from our tree and what is growing from the foundation, because the seeds that were planted and the tree is growing. So you will really see, we have in there Karen's Kitchen. You can see our vision, see the vision. And you can go in there. If you have any questions, you can even leave a question. You can just check us out. I'm just telling you, it's so beautiful. So we also have our Cash App. We also have our PayPal. And you just see that our the Walu's nonprofit 501c3 corporation is flourishing. And so you can see that. Now, there are not many places that give you all of this information. They just ask you to give. I've been at the street lights and people just walk up to the car and ask me to give, and they don't show me any documents and anything. They just say to give. Some of them have a little sign. There's nothing else behind the sign. It just say, I'm homeless, looking for something to eat, and then when you give them some water or you give them food, they don't want that. But anyway, I'm just saying that it's so exciting to be where we are. It's so exciting to be able to be a part of the vision, to be a part of this life experience that you have the opportunity to grow with us. And so I wanted to say that if I get to the end of this and I don't say it, I'm already saying that our website, the Walu's website, is there. You can check that out on Connect from the Walu's Facebook page. And I love that. And walk with us. I said the African American Parade, September the 21st. And reach out. What else? And thank you for the ones that have already donated. And we received some. And that is so wonderful that we see that the vision is rising. Your fruits are bearing. Many are eating from your fruits. You are a part of it. And we love that. I just want to shout you out today for those that have given and are giving. And we thank you for that. We're not begging. We're just giving you an opportunity to plant seed, to reap and harvest, And I was talking to my guys about that. It said, you giving them the opportunity to receive. Because when you plant, when you give, the universe is obligated to give back to you. And so we are giving you that opportunity to receive, because we are the universe. There's the micro and the micro. And so a large universe and a small universe. We're giving you the opportunity to connect with us, to receive your abundance, to be in alignment with abundance. And that's what we want to, you always give people the opportunity to give. And I share that with you because I've shared with you that the way to abundance, to receiving your abundance, is through giving. And I say that because that's the experience that I experienced. I said I love to give. I've always loved to give, and because I've always loved to give, I receive. When I feel like sometime in life, it's like, okay, sometimes I kind of feel like, I need to give. I need to find somebody to plant a seed in. And when I do that, I'm in alignment with the universe, and I plant a seed, and they don't even know, that I'm planting a seed, and I've been sent something to them because I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment with the universe, because the universe is obligated. Many of us are still asleep in that area because we are still held up under the program of slavery that we have to hold on to every dollar. We're not in alignment with the universal law of reaping and giving and plant, harvest, your harvest and receive, reaping and sowing. We're still not understanding the universal law, how it actually works. We're still in the old programming of thinking that you got to work from paycheck to paycheck. I'm giving you the opportunity to understand the universal law of giving and receiving. So look that up. It's a universal law because the universe is obligated. You want that car? You want that car? You want that house? You know what? Start speaking it out there. Start finding ways to give. Start finding ways to give and planting seeds, because that's still writing the vision. I love that. All right, so we on number 15. Being the change is giving. You know what? The universe brings more to those that it can trust with what it gives you. If the universe can't trust you with no money, it ain't bringing nothing to you. I'm just being real with you. The universe brings money to me because the universe trusts me to do what it needs to be done with it. I've always been a giver. My hand is always releasing, and it's always coming back to me. But if nothing can get out of those hands, you ain't, the windows of heaven are open. The storehouse. It talks about in there about Joseph. And Joseph, good example of Joseph in there. How Joseph, when they was going through the famine, how Joseph was smart enough, and he was called for such a time as that to be the one that pointed to that time to prepare for before the storm came, before the famine came, is that he began to have them put up food and stuff in preparation for that time when the famine would come, that others would come and have to buy food from them. And so he was that knowledgeable. That's why he had those dreams and stuff. Joseph, that's why he had those dreams and stuff, telling his brother and his father them, being prepared for the storm when the storm would come. And so when you plant seeds, guess what? You are being prepared for whatever comes in your life. That's like you putting things in your storehouse. When you planting seeds for the generations, your generations, your children's generation, the generation you planting seed, guess what? That is for the generations to come after you are no longer in your physical body. Those that are coming, you planting for your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. That's what you're doing. When you give, that's what you're doing. You're planting. You're putting up in the storehouse. Oh, yes. So the universe is obligated. That's why the ancestors have planted seeds for us, and we're reaping the harvest now. Oh, I love that. Anyway, we're reading out of Proverbs of the Messiah, and we're still reading Master Key Application 323. And we're talking about the rod. We're talking about actually the weapons. And we're in the where we are, 15. The rod. So, we talk about the rod of correction, the rod of correction. It says, train up a child in the way he should go. He would never depart from it. But we talk about the rod of correction. So let's talk about the rod is discipline. And so the rod is discipline. Is that, remember, we said the power of the tongue, of your tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Learning how to discipline yourself, even though that physical body wants you to react a certain way. Learning how to speak positive, flipping the script to where when it would want you to speak something negative, you choose to speak something positive because you're creating your own reality. Striking down weakness, commanding strength to rise where doubt once stood. 16. The staff is guidance. The staff is guidance. Steady in the hand of the one who walks the path unshaken by the storm of the world. Is that I know that I'm a creator of my reality. I know that every part of my being is creating my reality. And I know how I respond from whatever is being presented to me, from whatever lesson or life experience, a lesson that is coming for me to experience. I know how to handle that. I know how to handle it. I'm not too quick to speak out of my character. I'm not too quick to speak out of who I am, because I know that I'm Messiah. I know that I'm a female Messiah. I know that I'm a male Messiah. I know that I'm Messiah. I know that I'm Lamel. I know that. And that therefore, I carry myself that way. I know that the very words that I speak, because I am the spoken word, so I know how to speak life. I know how to speak life because my words heal. My words heal, or my words can break down. My words can build up, or my words can break down. The bow is focus, drawing the power of the spirit into a single point aimed at the heart of all obstacles. But remember, the battle is not out there. It's in here. The battlefield is in your mind. So mastering the mind is mastering the reality. Mastering the mind is mastering the reality and rewriting the program. Understanding that your battle is not out there against the white man, the blue man, the purple man, the green man, the red man. No, your battle ain't out there. That's a reality. That's an old program, or that's a program that was because man was unconscious, and all these things were presented to man, and they created that reality. But the battle is still not against them. But guess what? That's an illusional world. But you have that power to create a whole new reality, a whole new program. He who mastered his mind. Can we come together and reason among each other? Can we love each other because we are loved? Because and this is so powerful, that the very experience that you are experiencing, if you are experiencing hate among your brother, guess what? That's the cycle that you will repeat when you leave here. That's the cycle. The master knows that to rise above the old program is to rewrite it and to put a whole new belief system, a whole new program in place of the old system, to know that you are loved. That's the only way it's going to heal. Putting an old program with an old program only produces an old program. But rewriting a program or creating a whole new reality changes it. When you bring love in place of hate, you see the rainbow. You see the rainbow, you see the sun behind the clouds. But if you holding on the past and keep watering the past, and guess what? The same seeds is growing from the same seeds that was planted in your garden. The old hatred, the way the old things were done, that's what you eating out of your garden. but when you are planting seeds of victory. And that's bring in the African American parade, because you're looking at the victory. You're looking at how we have overcome. And you know what? You're overcoming. This is victory. When you can hold hands, or when you can forgive. And I'm not saying allowing history to repeat itself again, but what I'm saying is that when you can hold hands and look the children of the ones that the stories that you learn about face to face, when you can look them in the eyes and y'all can hug each other, that's rewriting the program. I'm not saying remain asleep. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying take your power back. Taking the power back is to know that you are the master. The master already knows that it's the master, because it creates the reality of knowing that it's the master. And that when it has the power over itself, or not something else has the power. When you continue to have hatred for your brother and sister, or those that don't look like you, guess what? They the one that have the power over you. They're the ones that control your thoughts. Because as you are thinking that, they're controlling the reality. Guess what? In this experience, the power of your tongue, death and life is in the power of your tongue. It's also in your thoughts. It's also in your vibration. It is also how you respond to what is being displayed on the TV, from the movies that we watch about Black history, from those movies. If it's showing you slavery and all these people being lynched and all that, there is a deliberate purpose for all of that, to create that reality, to continue hate, the vibration of hate, to keep circulating in your experience, in your reality. And so when you keep connecting to that energy, that cycle keeps repeating itself over and over, over and over. And so I'm just keeping it real with you. Happy New Day to everyone that's on the live. So the sword is truth, sharp and unyielding, dividing the real from the false, the just from the unjust. Remember, everything we know is from what we were told. So the story that you're hearing about other nations are stories that you have been told. You wasn't there. I always say I don't have to respond to how everybody else react. I'm the what do you call it? I'm the different one. I don't have to hate somebody because somebody else hates somebody. And I've gotten to there where I say, no, we're gonna go up here, we're gonna go up here, we're gonna go show out. And then it was like a confrontation with like other families. I'm using an example. Like one family falls out with another family, right? And so your family and that family, right? But you're the only one in the group that's not going up there to act a fool. I said, I don't have to go do that because they're doing it. I don't have to respond like that. And then I've gotten to where I got to my sister, them couldn't stand that, because I was always the one that would stand back and I never would fight, because I realized that I felt like it didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense for me to be fighting everybody else. You mess with her, you're going to fight our whole family. And that's how many of us was doing when we were growing up. Oh, you mess with my niece. Oh, okay. We all coming. They put out the whole word. They put out, send the whole word out, and everybody, the whole family show up. For what? Because somebody called your niece black. I'm just, putting it out as an example. Being conscious and making conscious decisions in life creates a whole new reality. Being aware that your words and your mouth, they have created, and they are creating your experience. And many of the experience that you are experiencing is because you created those. And so therefore the universe or the subconscious mind is only responding to what the vibrations that you are releasing. And some of the vibrations that you're releasing is from the movies and things that you have been watching for a very long time. I'm just keeping it real with you. So we're not going to be on here much longer. So let's do the laser. The laser is faith, cuts through the attack of the enemy, standing firm when all else fails. So I'm going to say this much. When we talk about the enemy, God doesn't have any enemies. And you may kind of like think about it and say, God doesn't have any. No, God doesn't have any enemies, because source is everything. And I say that because source is everything, the positive and the negative, the good and the bad. I'm going to say the other word, God is everything. Source is wholeness. Source is everything. There's only source, there's only energy. And so how your enemy, that's you. Your enemy that you think you have out there is you. That's your own energy. So remember, the battle is not out there. It's inside of you. That battle of those Goliaths, those demons are in the mind, which is the battlefield. And mastering that, confronting those shadows within your own experience, defeat the Goliath. Remember, I'm going to say he had 5 smooth stones? No, David had 5 smooth stones. Goliath had that big old sword. And Goliath not only, he picked up that many stones. I'm just paraphrasing of what I can recall. He picked up that number of stones because it said Goliath had some brothers, or he had some sisters or something. I think he had some more brothers. So he picked up all those stones because he was going to in case his brothers try to come, in case his road dog, his family come, But you have to understand, look at David. Remember, David had some brothers, and they were cowards. You see that? Remember, it said David was a little shepherd boy. And that the king gave him all his armor. He said he didn't need that because what he needed was already inside of him. And I'm saying this to you in this way, that everything that we need to defeat Goliath is already inside of us. If you ever seen the video that Lazarus made about Goliath, you should check that one out. But you are all your weapons. All your weapons are inside of you to defeat all the negative entities or demonic things that keep trying to come within your space. And so therefore, there is nothing that you actually need. It's all there. It's all there. As I shared the story the other day, your love, your heart shines so bright that anything that's not of you that tries to come near you, it blinds them. But if that love, if that heart, that love, that unconditional love is dim because you're holding a grudge against someone, or you speaking words against someone that's not high vibration, guess what? They have a right to come into you. Just keeping it real with you. And just know that we're getting ready to come into, October, well, All Saints Night, All Saints Day, Halloween, where, those that have crossed over are walking the earth, that, making sure your heart is right in alignment with love, unconditional love, pureness. I'm just sharing that. Yeah. Let's recap. So we've been talking about a little bit about the daughter. Colors blue. And so tools of choice is the sword and the veil. And I was just recapping. I was name a couple things we've been sharing about, because it's very important to know that your words that you speak are very powerful. You can speak words of love and create a beautiful reality, a beautiful life experience. You can be in the same room and everybody else talking about they experiencing something, and you don't even experience that because you're in this love bubble. I do that all the time. And they talking about, don't you feel this? I'm like, no. No. I have people come here in the same day. They come in, they try to tell me all the negative stuff, and I be like, I don't put myself into a bubble, a protection bubble, that none of that get on me. That I'm gonna put it all around my ears, because they done told me 20 things of negative stuff, not one positive thing. As Not one positive thing. They don't forget about that they are alive, that they can breathe, that they can eat, that they can smell, that they can drive, that they can walk. They ain't told me none of that, but they done told me everything negative. And I'm like, whoo, and I can put on my music, keep my vibration going. But I'm saying to you that you are a creator of your own reality. And messiahs, you are a messiah, a leader, a savior of a particular group with a cause, and one that is preparation for war. But the battle is not out there. The battle is in the mind. The battlefield is in the mind. He who controls the mind controls the reality. But he who masters the mind masters the reality and can rewrite the program. So that's what I want to leave you with. And just to reflect that, check out the Tuvalu's website. As I said before, it is on Tuvalu's Facebook page. The connection is right there where you can just click it and then go into it. And then not only that, also connect with what else? The African American Parade, African American Day Parade, September the 21st. If you are still interested in volunteering, if you are still interested in marching with Tuvalu, also connect with, send us an email or message us, and you can connect with Thea, Lazarus, or me, and we will give you some information and direction on how that you can meet up with us in New York. And that Happy New Day, Lisa. You connect with us. And so great things are happening. I can say that to you. Great things are happening in our life. And they are happening in such a positive way that we as messiahs, we are changing things for the greatness. We are changing things for the greatness, And be the change. Be the change that you want to see out there. Instead of saying, man, they always being on the corner behind the building. Be the change. They're always begging for something to eat. Be the change. We have Karen's Kitchen. Be the change. We have a youth program, motivation, keeping our youth off the street before they get out there, before they're being introduced to drugs and things. Be the change. Be the change. You have the opportunity to be a part of this big old tree, this vision, Tuvalu, the healing associated when all love unites. All love unites. Can you see the tree? And so we just want you to know that life is amazing, and it only gets more amazing. Remember, death and life is in the power of the tongue. You are far more greater than you allow yourself to actually see. And take nothing for granted. Take nothing for granted. Take nothing for granted. None of your experience, do not take it for granted. Don't take nothing that you do for granted. When I'm saying that, my guys are saying not even a pencil that you hold in your hand. Don't take it for granted. Get into the spirit of gratitude. Get into the spirit of gratitude. Everything in your life today, my guys are saying, get in the spirit of gratitude. Align with the energy of gratitude. And it has to do with the eclipse energy. Get into the spirit of gratitude. See your abundance flow to you, but align with the energy of gratitude. Everything today, focus on gratitude. Everything you do today, focus on gratitude. And an example that's coming to me, if you have a flat tire, gratitude. Don't murmur and complain. Give gratitude. Gratitude for the way that's being made for the tire to be changed. Because you don't know what could have been ahead up there if you kept going, if you hadn't had that flat tire. So getting into the energy of gratitude opens up infinite possibilities for you. I keep hearing gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So everything today, gratitude. Gratitude. This is where you are really aligning with all that is. Ashe. I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme. My guys are saying, say that again. I am Queen Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement in the Thawalu tribe. And you know, I was actually praying about Queen. I've been asking my guys about that, but there was a post on there on one of the things. It was calling the word Queen. It went all the way back, and it was calling the word Queen and saying it was from some type of group, and it was calling it prostitutes and the word Queen. And man, they broke the word down and they changed the letters around and they talk about the Queen. It was calling her the one of the men's concubine, but she was a prostitute. And I said, oh my goodness. And so I said, I had to go deep down inside. I'm like, I'm meditating on that word Queen. And the universe said, that's not you. You know, that's not you. That doesn't apply to you. That's somebody else's reality of what that's been interpreted to them. Because I'm like, I'm not nobody's prostitute. So I'm just like, I kind of bagged up a little bit from that word. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I know I heard them say that. So I am Queen Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement, the Thawalu tribe. I love you with the love of Source, and I love you with the love of life, peace, joy, and happiness as we continue to rise and walk together on our journey. I've had an amazing space to be in with you. And every day, I love being with y'all. Every day, I just get so much excitement looking at y'all on Facebook and on my podcast. And actually, I can't see everybody. I just know you from energy, but I get this excitement from each one of you because I know that y'all love me because you get up to be on the podcast with me. It's not because you like how I look. No, it's all energy. It's all love. And I love all of you for taking that time to, you know, Charity had a solar return day. I saw that she had some exciting, you know, she had a great time. Happy belated solar return, Charity. And Lisa, lots of love to you, and Kimberly, and who else? Dee Dee, even though I don't see you, but happy love day that everything has always worked out for you, and that the energy, you know, the energy works for us. You know that? Energy works for us. It does. It works for us. Life works for us. You know that? Life works for us. And when we get in that mind, our mind in that area to know that everything is working for us, life is happening for us, not to us. It's happening for us. So when we get away from thinking that people are out to harm us, that's like saying that life is working against us. But life is working for us. So that abundance, our abundance is flowing to us, through us, for us. And when you have your mind in that area, you having a blissful, abundant, peaceful, joyous experience. But as long as you think someone is out to get you, you have to see everybody through the eyes of Source and energy. Because how you see things is how you're going to experience those things. So I see everyone through the eyes of Source, through the universe. That's how I want to see my life journey experience. Is that if I see everybody through the eyes of Source, that means that everybody's having a human experience, right? And so the energy is Source is experiencing itself through the other individual. And I'm not here to judge that. I'm not here to judge them. I'm not here to question them about what they are experiencing. I'm just here to allow them to have their experience. Just like they're allowing me to have my experience, I'm allowing them to have their experience. And that sometimes for families, that kind of be hard when you have children that are here to have, you don't own your children. I'm just going to keep it real with you. You don't own your children. I've seen many people say, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. That's a big lie. Just gonna tell you, you ain't taking your child out of here. And some people tell their children that, But you have to understand, they are creators of their reality. You are a guide. You are a guide to them. You don't own your children. They are here to have a human experience. They are having an experience just like you. You are a guide to them. And so the very words that you speak to them, you know, the subconscious mind is recording it. And so that's love. We're here to love, to be that light. And nobody owns. It's like nobody owns the earth. You know, then people say, this is our land. Nobody owns the earth. We are here to be able to experience, use the land while we are here. It's all belong to source, you know. We don't own it, but we get to use it while we're here having this experience. You don't even own your own body. You know, your body was just loaned to you to have the experience while you're here. You know, that's just keeping it real. When you start seeing that everything I have is loaned to me to have the experience, including the money, it's just loaned to you to have the experience. It's an instrument that you can use, you know, because money is currency, which is energy. It's an instrument that took on the form of paper for you to use to have that experience that you desire, to buy the pocketbook or to buy the clothes or buy the shoe. That's what it took on that form. That's what that energy did. And so just know that it doesn't belong to you. You know, it's loaned to you. You know, it's like Lazarus says this, that I'm not talking about Lazarus, my goodness. One of the things that I've heard Lazarus say on one of his podcasts was, he said something about God, I want to work for you. To that point, maybe I might be having it wrong, but he said, I want to work for you. And he said, help wanted sign out there. You know, the help wanted sign. Many of us have passed that help wanted sign, because doing God's work, you know, that we have to do. Excuse me, live. Thanks for calling Culture Giving Development Center. Ms. Denise speaking. How can I help you? Happy New Day. All righty. All right. Thanks for letting me know. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. That's love. So, everything you do it from the heart. Everything you do it from the heart. The Walu was brought into this reality from the heart of love. And so I'm looking at cars out there already. That's love. So from the heart. So everything you do, the universe gives you more of that to do. I just love that. Again, I'm Queen Oracle, Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutri Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and at the Walu Tribe. Have an amazing day. Thank you. I love you. Coon. Anyway. And don't forget to check out the website, the Walu's website. And message us, email us if you want to be a part of the African Day Parade March with us. Until we connect again. Shalom. Happy New Day.